Hello and welcome to Sabha TV. I'm Rajat Kane. You're watching News Tonight. Here are the look at the top headlines of the day. RJD Chief and former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav convicted in border scam case to be lodged in Ranchi jail till quantum of punishment announced on January 3rd. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu visits Shirdi Sai Temple, says Sai Baba's life a glorious example of living in peace, asks people not to misunderstand the unifying principle of nationalism. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Rogozin holds talks with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. Both sides discuss new areas of cooperation to strengthen bilateral trade and investment. And tragedy strikes in form of tropical storm Tembin. Death toll crosses 130. Rescue and relief operations continue. Our top story tonight. There has been another major setback for RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav. A special CBI court in Ranchi convicted the former Bihar Chief Minister in a second fraud scam case on Saturday, while acquitting another former Chief Minister, Jagannath Mishra. The quantum of sentence will be pronounced on January 3rd.
RJD Supremo and former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav being driven to the Birsa Munda jail in Ranchi soon after his conviction in a fraud scam case. Lalu Prasad, along with 15 others, were found guilty in the two-decade-old case, while another former Bihar Chief Minister, Jagannath Mishra, and 5 others were acquitted. The quantum of punishment for those convicted will be pronounced on the 3rd of January.
वही मानते हैं कि हमारे मामले में एक साहसिक फैसला जज साहब ने लिया है जो तथ्यों पर एविडेंस नहीं है, साक्ष्य नहीं है, सबूत नहीं है, षड्यंत्र नहीं है, तो फिर षड्यंत्र का मामला कैसे चल सकता है?
The RJD said it will challenge the verdict in higher courts.
जब गुजरात चुनाव का परिणाम आ गया तो जितने लालू जी के पीछे लोग पड़े हुए हैं या हम लोगों के पीछे पड़े या और भी ऑपोजिशन पार्टियां जितनी भी हैं, बीजेपी और नीतीश कुमार जी का बिहार की जनता ने मन बना लिया है. अब ये लोग कहीं टिकने वाले नहीं हैं कि हम लोगों को बेल जरूर मिलेगा. उसके बाद जब सर्टिफाइड कॉपी जब निकाला जाएगा, जब जजमेंट पढ़ेंगे, तो और भी टेक्निकलिटी पे हम लोग जाकर के अपने लॉयर से बात करेंगे और हाई कोर्ट में कैसे मूव करना है उसको हम लोग मूव करेंगे.
This is the second of the 6 fraud scam cases in which Lalu Yadav has been convicted. The case relates to embezzling of nearly 90 lakh rupees from the Devghar treasury between 1991 and 1994. Lalu Yadav faced accusations that as the then Chief Minister and Finance Minister of the state, he kept the file for an inquiry against the mastermind of the scam pending for 16 months and gave 3 other officials extensions despite objections from bureaucrats.
We feel that the Mahagathbandhan, the alliance between Congress party and Lalu Prasad Yadav's party, is an alliance of corruption, of connivance, and of cheating the people of India. And this has been very much clear from the verdict which has come out from the court.
जो एविडेंस हैं उसके आधार पर चलता है और कुछ लोग अपने को जो है न्याय से भी, न्यायपालिका से भी ऊपर समझते हैं. जिस तरीके से इनका बयानबाजी हो रहा था लालू यादव जी का, ये अफसोस की बात है. तो इसलिए एक कोर्ट ने जब सेम केस में जो है उसी तरह के जो है में करप्शन में सजा दिया है, ये तो स्वाभाविक था कि दूसरा कोर्ट भी क्या कहते हैं कि देगा. तो जो कोर्ट का फैसला है उसको हम सब लोग स्वागत करते हैं.
चाईबासा में दोषी करार दिए जाने के बाद ये दूसरी अदालत है जिन्होंने उनको सजा सुनाई है और इसका आरजेडी की राजनीति पर, बिहार की राजनीति पर बहुत दूरगामी परिणाम होगा.
On 30th September 2013, Lalu Yadav was found guilty in the first fraud scam case. The 5-year prison sentence he was handed disqualified him from parliament, and he was also banned from contesting elections. However, the Supreme Court granted him bail in December the same year. Bureau Report, Rajya TV.
The Enforcement Directorate has filed a charge sheet against RJD Chief and former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter Misa Bharti in a money laundering case. The agency also named Bharti's husband Shailesh Kumar and several others in the charge sheet, which is filed at a Delhi court. The charge sheet was filed before the court of Special Judge N.K. Malhotra. The probe agency has early attached Delhi farmhouse in connection with its money laundering probe against Bharti and her husband. The latest charge sheet pertains to couple's alleged role in a firm, Messrs. Michelle Printers and Packers Private Limited, for allegedly violating Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi was in Gujarat on Saturday to meet his party leaders to introspect the Gujarat Assembly poll results. In his meeting with party workers, the Congress president claimed that Prime Minister Modi's much talked about Gujarat development model has debunked during the polls. In the meeting, he said, and I quote, "We lost in the elections, but we won. This is the reality. We won because they fought with anger. They had all the equipments, money, chief ministers of different states, industrialists, but we had truth."
कार्यकर्ताओं का हौसला उन्होंने खूब बढ़ाया, शांति से पूरा दिन उन्होंने सुना कार्यकर्ताओं को उसके और आगे की रणनीति के बारे में भी उन्होंने बातचीत की। एक नया जोम कार्यकर्ताओं के अंदर और गुजरात कांग्रेस के अंदर उन्होंने फूंका है और मैं आशा करता हूं कि आने वाले दिनों के अंदर कार्यकर्ता लोग और कांग्रेस पार्टी खूब जोरों से आगे निकल के लोकसभा के चुनावों में और अगले साल सरकार बनाने के नेम के साथ में बाहर उतरने लोगों के प्रश्नों को उजागर करेगी। विधानसभा के अंदर जो लोग चुन के गए हैं वो बराबर सरकार के सामने लोगों के सवालों को उठाएंगे, रास्ते पे भी आएंगे अगर जो आना पड़े तो।
Earlier in the day, Rahul Gandhi visited Somnath Temple. The Congress leader offered prayers at temple. Gandhi had visited temples during his Gujarat campaigning. Vice President of India Venkaiah Naidu was in Shirdi earlier today, where he visited Sai Temple. He said the core message of Sai Baba was to serve fellow human beings and help them overcome pain and suffering of any kind. He was addressing the second Sai Temple summit in Shirdi on Saturday.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, who's on a 4-day visit to Hyderabad, Shirdi, Mumbai and Uvada, addressed the inaugural ceremony of the second Global Sai Temple Summit. He said that Shirdi Sai Baba's life is a glorious example of living in peace with the self and in harmony with others for the larger good.
We are really want to pay tributes to Sai Babaji. What is the best way of tribute? Yes, going and having darshan and then namaskara and then doing other pujas, fine. At the same time, you have to take care of other human beings. वंचित लोगों का, गरीब लोगों का, असहाय लोगों का, निसहाय लोगों का, उन लोगों के ऊपर सहानुभूति केवल दिखाना नहीं, उनका सेवा करे, उनका उत्थान करे, उनका भला करे, काम करे, ये हमारा कर्तव्य होना चाहिए। वही सही भक्ति होगा साईं जी का नाम पे हम लोग जो कर रहे हैं।
The Vice President also said that nationality and nationalism are the instruments of larger unity and integration, uniting people by going beyond primary identities. He said, though we follow different idioms and words to practice religions, the supreme reality is the same for all.
The principle of nationalism is derived from this sense of unity of purpose and action. India is a larger collective and to be known as Indian. Bharat is going beyond the identity based on birth, caste, religion or region. But we are all one. This feeling has to be there. And we are all creatures of God and we believe one God. Which God? Some may pray Rama, some may pray Krishna, some may pray Vinayaka, some may pray Sai Baba, some may pray Sai Ji. Alag. That choice is there. That is the greatness and culture of this great land. We are very fortunate to born in this country.
Before addressing the summit, the Vice President also visited the Sai Temple and offered prayers. On his arrival in Shirdi, he was received by Maharashtra's Water Conservation Minister Professor Ram Shinde and members of the Sai Temple Trust. Rajkamal Rao's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu was also in Hyderabad on Saturday, where he inaugurating the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Government Homeopathic Medical College. Addressing the gathering, the Vice President said that homeopathy needs patronage from both the government and the public for its development. He also asked researchers and people involved in the healthcare sector to find methods to make it affordable to the needy. Taking forward this mission to clean River Ganga at the earliest, the government has launched Ganga Gram Project. The project aims to transform 24 villages situated on the banks of Holy River into Ganga Grams, turning them into a benchmark for cleanliness. Details in this report.
As part of its Clean Ganga mission named Namami Gange, the government launched the Ganga Gram Project on Saturday. The project aims to bring about holistic development in villages situated on the banks of the river Ganga with active participation of the villagers.
जो आपके 4,500 गांव है, इन गांवों में से भी कोई गंदा पानी गांव का गंगा में न जाए, ये आप सब की और हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। उमा जी ने उस समय इसके ऊपर काफी काम किया है। गांव में विशिष्ट प्रकार के कुछ पेड़ लगाकर उस पानी को एक प्रकार से शुद्ध करने की नई टेक्नोलॉजी है, उसके बारे में काफी अध्ययन भी हुआ है और आपके गांव में उस प्रकार की उचित टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करके आप भी गंगा में जो प्रदूषित पानी जा रहा है उसको रोकने के काम में आपका भी सहयोग चाहिए।
The project envisages solid and liquid waste management, renovation of ponds and water resources, water conservation projects, organic farming, horticulture and promotion of medicinal plants.
गंगा के किनारे के जो गांव का किनारा है, गंगा की तरफ का जो गांव का हिस्सा है, उस हिस्से में अगर गंदगी जाती है तो वो गंगा में जा रही है, कोई नाला गिरता है तो वो गंगा में जा रहा है, वहाँ कोई स्नान करने का तीर्थ बना हुआ है तो लोग किसी पर्व पर इकट्ठे होते हैं तो पूरी गंदगी गंगा में जा रही है, उसको रोकने का उपाय अब गंगा किनारे के सरपंचों को करना है।
In August, the centre had declared all 4,470 villages on the banks of the river Ganga open defecation free. These villages are located in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. Of these villages, the centre and the state governments identified 24 to be taken up under the pilot project to transform them into Ganga Grams. These villages will be converted into Ganga Grams by December 31st and will set the benchmark for cleanliness. With inputs from Mohammad Fateh Tipu, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Economists now have expressed concerns over rising NPOs of bad loans of public sector banks. As per the latest data given in Reserve Bank's Financial Stability Report, gross non-performing assets of scheduled commercial banks have gone up over 10% or 8 lakh crore rupees in September this year. This is equal to 56% of total revenue collected by the centre in the year 2016-17. The problem is even more acute in public sector banks, with NPAs rising to over 13%. Our correspondent Krishna Anthropati gets us this report.
The best efforts by the Reserve Bank of India and the central government have not succeeded in bringing down the level of bad loans or non-performing assets of public sector banks. Between March and September this year, NPAs of public sector banks have gone up to 13.5% of their total advances.
NPA was there, but yes, more transparent recognition of the defaulting companies or NPA accounts has resulted in that all of that was under the carpet, suddenly it has come over the carpet, and all of that is finding a reflection in the NPA.
In its Financial Stability Report, the Reserve Bank has projected that overall NPAs of the banking sector may increase to 10.8% by March next year and further to 11.1% by September. The government has already taken several steps to tackle this. Given the urgency, in May this year, the government issued an ordinance to amend the Banking Regulation Act to give more powers to the Reserve Bank. Later, during the monsoon session, the bill was passed by Parliament. The International Monetary Fund has also advocated giving more powers to the central bank to tackle the problem. Concerned by rising NPAs of some public sector banks, this week RBI placed two of them, Bank of India and United Bank of India, under close watch.
Make few larger banks, public sector banks. We recently saw the consolidation of the State Bank and its associates. But it's not an easy thing. Reconciling these disparate things into a single entity, combining or harmonizing their culture, I think that's not a very easy thing. But still, it is, a step closer to it will be easy for Reserve Bank to supervise and keep an eye on, or, have close supervision of 6 large banks.
Though the government has made concerted efforts to tackle the problem, including strengthening legal framework, economists are of the view that given the complex nature and magnitude of the problem, it may take years before it can be tackled. Krishnanand Tripathi's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
In a tragic incident in Rajasthan, at least 33 people were killed when a private bus fell into Banas River from nearly 100-foot high bridge in Savai Madhopur. The incident took place early Saturday morning in Surral police station area, where the bus was on its way to Lalsot from Savai Madhopur. According to police, the driver of the bus lost control of the vehicle before it fell into the river after breaking the railing. Prime Minister Modi has expressed grief over the incident and said his thoughts are with the families of the deceased. The Prime Minister's office said Rajasthan government is closely monitoring the situation, including rescue operations and providing all possible assistance to those affected. Now here's a quick look at what else is making news across the country and nationwide. Vidicon Telecom has decided to put the case it has filed against the government in Telecom Tribunal on fast track. The case was filed in 2015 seeking damages worth rupees 10,000 crore due to loss of business after Supreme Court cancelled 2G licenses of the company. The Apex Court has cancelled 21 licenses belonging to the company in its judgment on February 2012. The Delhi Medical Council has issued notice to 9 doctors and 2 nurses of Max Hospital in Delhi's Shalimar Bagh in connection with a case of newborn being wrongly declared dead. The council has sought reply within a fortnight in this regard. The hospital had resumed its operations early this week after it got relief from Court of Financial Commissioner on the cancellation of license by Delhi government. Residents of Tamil Nadu's Rameshwaram town paid tributes to those killed in cyclonic storm 1964. On the night of December 22, 1964, over 800 people were killed in the storm that struck the port of Dhanushkodi near Rameshwaram. Local fishermen and storm survivors gathered at Disaster Memorial to pay homage by lighting candles and offering flowers to mark the 53rd anniversary of that tragedy. Time for a very short break, more the other side.
India emerging as a major Asian power, lending balance to geopolitics of Indo-Pacific.
Like-minded democracies, US, Japan and Australia are willing to join hands with India for balancing and peace and stability in the region.
We do hear comments that China is very apprehensive. They should not be, because basically it is their action which has revived this Quad.
It's a recognition of India's emergence as a maritime power.
Watch a special report, Quad towards a new Indo-Pacific, on Rajya Sabha TV, Sunday 8:30 p.m, Monday 7 a.m. and 12:30 p.m.
Welcome back. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Rogozin met Prime Minister Modi in Delhi on Saturday. The Prime Minister welcomed Rogozin on his 3rd visit to India this year. He noted with satisfaction the marked increase in high-level exchanges this year, while recalling his own visit to St. Petersburg in June this year for annual bilateral summit. Both leaders discussed the steady expansion and diversification of bilateral ties, particularly during the standout collaboration in energy sector and common pursuit of high-technology cooperation. Early in the day, the Deputy Prime Minister also called on External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. During the brief meeting, they discussed trade, economic and cultural relations between the two countries. They also reviewed the progress of various working groups and subgroups under India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific, Technological and Cultural Cooperation.
आपने केवल रक्षा क्षेत्र में ही नहीं, बल्कि परमाणु ऊर्जा, एरोस्पेस, रेलवे और संचार और संपर्क जैसे कई क्षेत्रों में व्यक्तिगत रूप से ध्यान दिया है, जिसके लिए मैं व्यक्तिगत रूप से आपकी बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं, क्योंकि ये सभी क्षेत्र हमारे लिए बहुत महत्व रखते हैं। तेजी से विकास की ओर अग्रसर भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था और उसके अनुकूल ही बना हुआ व्यापार का वातावरण रूसी उद्यमियों के साथ मिलकर काम करने की बहुत तीव्र इच्छा रखता है।
The Pakistan government has requested an Islamabad court not to consider Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed-backed Milli Muslim League's plea to seek registration as a political party. The government told the court that the group would breed violence and extremism in politics. Earlier this month, Saeed confirmed that Jamaat-ud-Dawa would contest 2018 general elections under the banner of Milli Muslim League. The MML had challenged the Pakistan Election Commission's order declining its registration as a political party. In its written reply on the MML petition to Islamabad High Court, the Pak Interior Ministry said it opposed the group's registration as political party as the group was an offshoot of proscribed entities. The government is also reported to have requested the court not to consider MML's plea and dismiss the petition. The JUD chief walked free on November 24th after Pakistan government decided against detaining him any further in any other case. The decision was condemned by both India and US. Now, with an aim to contain Pyongyang's nuclear ambition, the United Nations Security Council unanimously placed new sanctions on the country for its November 29th intercontinental ballistic missile test. With new sanctions in place, North Korea will now have limited access to refined petroleum products, among other restrictions. US President Donald Trump has praised the UN Security Council for imposing tough new sanctions on the country.
Imposing tough new sanctions on North Korea, the United Nations Security Council unanimously voted on Friday to curtail the country's nuclear ambitions. This is in response to Pyongyang's latest launch of a ballistic missile that it says is capable of reaching anywhere on the US mainland. China and Russia, North Korea's main trading partners, have called for the de-escalation of tensions in the Korean peninsula.
今天安理会通过的决议，表明国际社会反对朝鲜发展核和弹道导弹能力，维护国际核不扩散体系的一致立场。
Стартующие с северокорейской территории баллистические ракеты подвергают серьезным рискам морские и авиационные перевозки в регионе, а также жизни рядовых граждан. Эта деятельность должна быть немедленно прекращена, а вместо нее...
As North Korea's missile capabilities advance, so too do the contempt and disregard they show for this Council. They have repeatedly and willfully rebuffed our unanimous will. They continue to act in brazen violation of their legal obligations, and they seek to undermine our systems and our collective values.
The US drafted resolution seeks to ban nearly 90% of the refined petroleum product exports to North Korea by capping them at 5 lakh barrels a year, and in a last-minute change demands the repatriation of North Koreans working abroad within 24 months. In a tweet, US President Donald Trump welcomed the resolution and said, "The vote proved that the world wants peace, not death." The US ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, said the sanctions sent an unambiguous message to Pyongyang that further defiance will invite further punishment and isolation. North Korea is already subject to a raft of sanctions from the US, UN and the EU.
Today, we cut deeper. After North Korea's September nuclear test, this council capped refined petroleum exports into North Korea. Today's resolution achieves an 89% total reduction of the Kim regime's ability to import gasoline, diesel, and other refined products. And should the North Korean regime conduct another nuclear or ballistic missile test, this resolution commits the Security Council to take even further action. It sends the unambiguous message to Pyongyang that further defiance will invite further punishment and isolation.
Despite of international pressure, Pyongyang has continued to pursue its nuclear ambitions. On 14th May 2017, North Korea tested what it said was a newly developed ballistic rocket capable of carrying a large nuclear warhead. On July 4th, North Korea claimed it had carried out its first successful test of an intercontinental ballistic missile. On 3rd September, North Korea said it had tested a hydrogen bomb that could be miniaturized and loaded on a long-range missile. On November 29th, it successfully tested a new intercontinental ballistic missile, breakthrough that puts the US mainland within range of its nuclear weapons, whose warheads could withstand re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere. However, North Korea took a fresh dig at the latest sanctions, saying they will only make it accelerate its nuclear program. Bureau Report, Sabha TV.
Well, here are some more updates from across the world in Global Buzz. The death toll from tropical storm Tremblin that struck southern parts of Philippines has risen to 133. This after rescuers retrieved 36 more bodies from Salog River in Mindanao Island. According to Philippines Weather Service, the storm is expected to hit the tip of western island Palawan later tonight. The California wildfire has become the biggest in the state's history, killing 2 people in 15 days. The fire has seared its way through the cities and towns of Los Angeles. The Thomas fire took only 2.5 weeks to burn its way into history books, destroying over 700 homes. The fire in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties have burnt 427 square miles of coastal foothills and national forest. Around 18,000 homes and other buildings are at risk in the provinces. The man accused of plowing a car into pedestrian on a busy street in Melbourne this week was charged with 8 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of endangering life. At least 18 people were injured in the crash. According to police, the suspect has mental health problems. Japan's Emperor Akihito marked his 84th birthday on Saturday. Around 10,000 people gathered at Imperial Palace grounds to wish the Emperor by waving flags and cheering. Akihito will step down in April 2019 after spending 3 decades on the country's throne. Magnificent winter scenery greeted people across China on winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. The combination of low temperatures and a warm river created a misty and mysterious wonderland for visitors in Chiangmai Mountains. Many tourists visited the Hoku waterfall in northwest China's Shaanxi province to celebrate the day. We leave with some serene visuals from this year's winter solstice.